Tennant's Purple Man, easily the best villain that Marvel has produced yet. Like, easily. He had layers, he had a personality, he had a backstory, not even just a backstory, but a compelling one at that.
Yes.
And, like, it was just on point. David Tennant stole the show when it came to his scenes. You never wanted to see him not on screen.
Yes.
And his power set just made him fun.
What is the Doctor doing here? Oh,
that's Evil Doctor.
I was like, damn, the Doctor got real pissed off after the
TARDIS. Evil Doctor Who, man. It's like, jeez, I don't want him to go, but God, you're ruining people's lives, bro.
Like dozens.
That ties into, we also covered Doctor Who, so that ties in that the season is over. It was a short season, but they wanted to give 11 great episodes as opposed to 22 long, boring episodes. So the season's over, and we get the new season starting in August.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay. That's good.
That's it.
Cool. But yeah.
So anything else you guys got? 2016? Anything anticipated?
Okay. For Jessica Jones, all right, I'll just say my one piece on casting for the show. I like Jessica Jones. I looked at her more of like a sidebar character. Cage with that whole like coupling. I thought they were one of the better Marvel couples. As far as like everyday slice of life mixed in with just being a superhero, especially with like the babysitter being Squirrel Girl. Like you can't get any cuter and better than that. But as far as with the TV show casting, I really kind of would have preferred if they switched the roles between Trish and Jessica, because I just thought aesthetically that if you just gave the girl Trish dark hair, she would have the physique and she has the stance of confidence that should, I felt, be with someone like Jessica Jones. Like, she knows she's super strong. Her posture should kind of reflect it. The person who they had cast, her, though, was kind of like the grown emo hipster girl, and did not feel that from the character when I read her in the comics. So I was thrown off a bit watching the show at first. Like, later on, she gets, like, some of her quirkiness and stuff like that, but I just thought a little bit the casting there just really threw me off. The casting for Luke Cage was perfect, spot on. Like, don't change him, keep him forever. The casting for Kilgrave was really good. Like, I totally forgot the fact that he was like the quote-unquote Purple Man, and I just thought he was this whole new entity. Though they did make the reference to him being Purple Man with the purple suits. I like that they kept that. I do also appreciate in the show that they mixed in a variation of couples, like families. You had straight, you had gay, you had the whole lesbian romance. I appreciated that fact for incorporating like the entire demographic of the populace watching the show. For Trinity, like that was a nice cameo, and her side story was just holy freaking crap.
As Hogarth, and that was actually a gender swap for a character. In the comics, Hogarth is a guy, and her character is what's going to connect us to Iron Fist.
Gotcha.
She is the attorney of the Rand family, and that's how he's like the public face of Iron Fist has basically gone through Hogarth and their like, their whole legal crew and stuff like that. When it comes to the casting for Jessica Jones, I thought things were fine as is. I didn't like Trish, the vast majority of the series, and I feel like taking Kristen Ritter I feel like she's basically Jessica Jones ripped out of the pages and just like walking around on Earth. I felt that the casting for her was perfect. She could be bratty, she could be vulnerable, she could be pissed off and like surly and just angry and self-destructive. She could be all those things and yet still be like likable, because it's hard for characters, female characters in particular, to be able to carry all those traits and still keep people interested. And meanwhile, Trish, I just felt that her character, she served a purpose. Yeah, she acknowledged.
I don't like the character Trish. I just felt like actresses should be switched. Yeah,
I wouldn't have. Yeah, that ties into what it's like. I wouldn't have switched the characters off because Trish to me just wasn't that likable. I felt that she was pretty one note. I feel like she was a missing character from New Girl. And I'm just like, okay, I get that you serve a purpose, Trish, but I really don't like your ass. Like, you don't, And she acknowledges her shortcomings. She does Krav Maga. Good for you. And I'm supposed to believe that she's like, some tough chick that can hang with like
Yeah.
everyone else. And the scene where she's fighting Simpson after he's like hyped up on the happy pills, I'm like, she took the pill, but I feel like as a writer, you should have killed her off. Because she's never had that before. Like, she's a full-grown woman. She's never taken anything like that before. She should have effectively died. But
I thought they were going to do that too, and they decided not to, I guess because they already knew what they wanted at the ending.
Mhm.
But I really did feel that her character was a spot that could have been used for someone with a bit more to them.
Yeah.
I like I said, the actress was fine. I just did not like the role that they gave her. I felt it was a wasted role. But I'll give them credit on the whole dynamic of like the childhood star and the parental aspect, like the writing for that story, which is really her side story. The whole Krav Maga crap, I just thought that was like covered.
Tacked on, just added for flavor. Yeah, so when the fight scene went down, she would actually be able to hold her own and would kind of make sense, even though.
Exactly. I didn't appreciate Simpson either. I really was waiting for him to die so bad. I was like, I don't like him. He's annoying. He's the stereotypical brute that does not think things clearly and view like long-term consequences. I agree with him on the fact that Kilgrave had to die. Like, there's no way in the world that was going to be avoided as a consequence. But he kept messing up so many of their plans that he himself became a liability. And so did Trish eventually too.
He becomes irredeemable as a character. And toying with characters that are like that can be fun. But after a certain point, once they do X amount of these, I'm just like, dude, you can die now.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's how I felt.
So anyways, all that said to say, moving on, predictions for